It's 7:53 right now on your Wednesday morning. Imagine getting to see all those toys you grew up with once again. A local group's hoping to raise enough money for a new Austin Toy Museum. Tanya Ortega joins us live now from North Austin with that story. Morning, Tanya.
Hey, good morning, Dave. You know, whether you grew up with Star Wars or how about some Gremlins, Gizmo right here, you know, the people behind the Austin Toy Museum hope to find a home for these toys so that none of them are ever forgotten. Certain toys take you back to the simpler days. The days before iPads, PlayStation, and virtual gaming. We played with action figures, Game Boys, and Care Bears. And now, one group of Austinites hopes to share the joy all of these toys can bring.
This is a rare UK version of the Death Star that you don't see too often.
Caleb Zammit is a toy collector. His best guess at how many toys he has? Somewhere around 200,000. And that's just his collection. The group of toy aficionados hopes to bring all of their collections together to create Austin's only toy museum.
I started out just, collecting, thinking about, oh, this would be great to have a toy museum, and wanted to get an example of every toy line since the 1960s, and started telling other people about it, and they're like, oh yeah, it's a great idea.
Caleb tells us these items are often forgotten, thrown in thrift store bins and garage sales. They find them, fix them, and bring them back to all their glory.
Usually when people see our displays, or if they come into the collection rooms, they're like, oh, I used to have that, my mom threw it away, or we lost that at a house fire or garage sale, something like that. And that's our tagline, actually, for the museum, is I had that.
But the issue is they need a home. That's why they started a Kickstarter page. They have all the toys, and they promise to create a very special museum. Well, we've all been to those museums where everything is behind a piece of glass. Well, the Austin Toy Museum plans to do something a little bit differently. They plan to let you actually play with some of the toys to give you that full experience.
When you get to touch the toys or smell the toys, and that brings you back to the memory of playing with it in your playroom or at your grandma's when you were little.
They hope to open by December 2015. In total, more than 500,000 toys will be displayed, and they're already getting donations.
A lady donated a 1960s Creepy Crawlers set to us the other day, and I plugged it in, and it started on fire, but I'll fix it later.
They also plan to have vintage arcades like Mrs. Pac-Man, as well as video game systems, a place where adults and children alike can enjoy toys that are considered by many classics in the history of toys. Aww. And you know what's really interesting is walking around the area here where all the toys are at, you see all these toys that you forget that you played with as a kid. You're like, man, I did have that. I forgot about that. This is my photographer's favorite Transformer, and of course just one of many of the toys out here. And, if you do want to help them out and donate to their Kickstarter page, we're going to have a link on our website, myfoxaustin.com, and that way you can help them get this all funded. They have about 22% of the funding they need, but of course they have kind of a ways to go here. But my favorites, man, they're all over. I don't even know. Star Wars is a big theme here, clearly.
Big. Yeah.
Ah, man, it's just, you feel like a kid when you walk in here, and I can't even imagine how that museum is going to feel once they have it all said and done.
It would be cool, Tanya. I had the same experience. Some of those things brought back memories just in your story there. I need to call my mom and dad and say thanks. I didn't realize all the stuff they bought me. It hooked me up. I hope I said thank you when I was a little kid.
They might be in a box in the garage still, and you don't even know about it.
There's no might be. They're up there melting in the Houston heat as we speak. I got to get them down. Tanya, thank you very much. We do still have